Let's talk about the occult symbolism of the movie 28 Years Later, Part 4. After the confrontation with his father, Spike talks to Sam, an elderly resident of the island. He learns that the campfire he saw on the mainland belongs to Kelson, a former medical doctor. As the only surviving doctor, he becomes Spike's only hope for treating his sick mother. When Spike later encounters Kelson, we discover that he has spent the years after the outbreak alone, preserving the remains of the deceased to create a memorial. This task connects the doctor strongly to the imagery of. With this in mind, let's take a look at the mythological figure of Kronos. In Greek mythology, Kronos is a titan and the son of the primordial deities Uranus and Gaia. At his mother's urging, Kronos ambushes his father with an adamantine sickle fashioned by her, ending his tyrannical reign. He then seizes kingship over the cosmos, inaugurating the so-called Golden Age, a period of plenty in which mortals were said to have lived like gods, free from war or old age. The earth bore crops on her own, so there was no need for labor or any rivalry over resources. This agrarian ideal later linked Kronos with the sickle, a symbol of harvest, but also the tool used to overthrow his father. The Golden Age ends with the fall of Kronos and the rise of his son, Zeus. Humanity begins to pass through a series of progressive harsher ages, each introducing new constraints in form of labor, property, law, weapons, and disease, until culminating in the current age, the Age of Iron. In the movie, this age is reflected in the lives of the islanders. Community laws restrict the residents' free entry or exit. Supplies are tightly guarded, and from a young age, students are taught agriculture and the production and use of weapons, all while a disease has taken over the majority of the nation. To Spike, Dr. Kelson embodies a world pre-outbreak, a man able to prevent disease, live free from the imposed community laws, and without the need for weapons or violence to survive. After his defeat, Kronos is imprisoned in Tartarus, the Greek underworld. Later traditions free him to rule the Isle of the Blessed, an idyllic paradise of the afterlife. This link to the afterlife made the sickle and later the scythe a symbol of Kronos later adopted into the Roman pantheon as Saturn. In astrology, the glyph of Saturn resembles a sickle. The planet ruled among many other things over time, age, structures, bones, hermits, and undertakers, all qualities embodied by Kelson. Traditionally, Saturn rules over Capricorn, a sign associated with authority and the father principle. In some cosmologies, Capricorn is referred to as the gate of the gods. This symbolism comes from the winter solstice occurring during the sun's ingress into Capricorn and reaching its lowest point before rescending, a metaphor for the soul's path back to the divine. Coincidentally, the actor playing Dr. Kelson is a Capricorn himself, and the release of the next movie is scheduled for January 6th, during Capricorn season.